Well, today we're going to take a peek at a cycle computer that I installed on my Salsa Muckluck not too long ago. This is the Bryton Rider 750. Hey folks, welcome back to BikeGeeks, and today we're doing a video on the Bryton Rider 750 that I've mounted on my Salsa Muckluck. Now, I've already done an install video on this, which is coming out at the same time, technically slightly before. So, if you want to take a peek at that, link at the bottom as well as at the end of the video. If you're coming from the install video, welcome. But we're going to actually take a peek at it now that I have some miles on it. Not a whole lot, but I'll be honest about it. I'm changing out bikes, so I've sold my Muckluck and I'm going to a Salsa Cutthroat. So I'm going to have a little bit of interim time between bikes. And I wanted to at least get my initial thoughts on this out before I actually lose access to the Muckluck. And then I'm going to install the same computer on the Cutthroat, do some more miles on it, and then I'm going to do a final in-depth review, I guess, maybe at that point. So this is kind of an interim video, but I definitely have some miles on it already and I have some thoughts on it. So let's go take a peek. So here we are in the cockpit of my bike. As you can see, I'm going to actually move my light off real quick just so it's out of my way so I can easier access on this guy. So we have our power button and obviously lock, so right now the screen's off, it's turned off. And so I'm just going to push and hold the button on the side here, and it's going to kick it on. Now, it is not a super bright display. I do wish that maybe it had a little more brightness to it, but it's not bad, and it is easy access of most of the screens, even in full sunlight. But I will say right off the bat that I do wish it was slightly brighter. Now, we can actually save up to 3 bicycles in this. In this case, I only have one bike right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and select bike 1, and then we can actually go right into it. Now, it's going to probably ask me, make sure you have the Bryton app on and running in the background on your phone. Usually always does, and then of course once it connects and everything, it's going to automatically connect. So please make sure the Bryton active app is functioning. So I'm going to go ahead and open it on my phone, and all you have to do, hopefully you can see that with the glare, we just have to open it up, right? That's it. That's as simple as it is. And right now I only have one ride saved. The other rides I've done, I actually haven't saved anything. They've just been shorter rides. So now I'm good. There we go. Speed's up and running now. So we are good to go, essentially, for a ride. I do wish that they had a quick and easy access item on the side that told you how many satellites and everything that you have, and you can just slide through. Right now there's the map that comes up, and then we go back to the first page. So basically you have your speed page, and you can actually set these up, right? Average speed gives us information on that. We have our max speed, max altitude, trip time, things like that, and then our map. And then you're just basically cycling through 4 independent pages, and you can go both directions on it. So it's up to you, what you want to see. So we'll swipe in through, and that's on our primary page. It's actually going to give you the information as you're riding itself. Now, as you ride, it'll automatically pause when you stop for any given amount of time, which is actually more accurate than other computers that I've used in the past. So I use that function every time. It's fantastic, and it doesn't, it's not wasted time. So every time I come to a stop or, stop somewhere and put my bike, just off to the side, it automatically pauses, and then as soon as you start up again, it keeps going. Now, I do use the sensors for the speed, and I use the sensor for the cadence. I do not use the heart rate sensor. I've just never really done it, but also my Apple Watch continually does it, so while it's not technically tied to the Bryton stuff, I might do that for another ride that I'm going to have coming up in the future, and that'll be in the full review in the end, just so I can have access and have actual time using the heart rate monitor to see how well it works. But I've just never really been into the heart rate stuff side of things, personally. Nothing against it, just personal. So what I want to do is actually show you what it looks like while riding. So I'm going to get my GoPro out, and we're going to take a peek at it what it looks like while riding. So as you can see here, we started riding. Let's see here. And we get the bike in motion. Do you want to start recording? I'm just going to click the check mark. So it's recording. And we can see my current speed. We can see how far I've gone, which obviously isn't a whole lot. I just started. So as you can see here, I just pull off to the side to stop. and you can see, I don't know if it's how easy it is, but right in the middle there's a red pause mark that's currently in effect because, well, I stopped. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start going. You'll kind of see, hopefully see, it'll start automatically again. And there goes off the pause, and I'm recording again. But if I stop, let's get over here in the shade so we get less reflection maybe. So if I stop there, and there she pauses. So pretty quick and easy, pretty easy to access, pretty easy to control, to be honest about it. And it works quite well for how easy it is to just turn it on, let it load up, make sure you know, if you can, open up the app on your phone, so that way it's logging everything, but also getting faster updates, things like that. It works. I like it. I like the screen a lot better than the previous riders from Bryton. I think they did a really good job with that. Like I said, I do wish that it was a little brighter, but that's not a crazy thing. Okay, I wanted to show you real quick. I actually just filmed this on my GoPro, but I'm more worried about being able to see it and also hear it. So we're going to do it again with this. So before I showed you what I would call the cell phone way of doing this, and that's the swiping from page to page, right? I can actually just swipe and go previous and back. That's how I like to do it, but I will say that there is a page button, bottom right. It'll only cycle forward though. So if I just click on it, one click at a time, it'll go through the various settings, various pages, I guess. We do have a pause button here on the side, so if we click that, it'll pause it or unpause it, I guess, if you want to go, or in this case, end it. So either I can discard this ride or save it. So whatever, I'll save it. Every ride usually under a couple miles I just discard personally, but it's whatever. So let's go back into the bike page. Also, while you're riding, you can actually use the lap counter there if you like. I don't really do lap counting, but hey, everybody does their own thing. And you can see, actually, I went back into it and you can see the ride's still there. Technically, I could still ride. This is the power button. Push and hold is going to be for powering off. Also, I did want to show you the menu itself, how to get into it. So if you swipe up, that's how you can get back to choosing different bikes if you have more than one bike. Navigation, and we can just go click into the navigation. We can actually voice search or tap search a destination however you'd like to do, and it'll actually give you turn-by-turn navigation. Bottom, if we click the center, that's going to be our saved rides. You can see the ride we just did, but also my last large ride I did, I guess, large-ish. We can see information on myself, top and bottom right. We can look for more information in there if we want to. Or bottom left is the settings information. We can change the brightness. So right now I actually have it at the brightest setting, which isn't crazy bright, like I said, but it is easily viewable with the eye. Harder to get with the camera. Bike settings, data settings, sensors, all that information within here. If you watch the setup video, we went through a lot of that stuff when we actually set it up. And a lot of that stuff we can actually do through the app on the phone as well. So everything, once you pair these together, and it automatically, this is where I want to show you this while it's showing me this. Hopefully you can read this. While Rider 750 is unable to get GPS signal and wire, acquire GPS in the background to allow Bryton to access your location as a start point in the background. So, and I get that a lot, to be honest, from this. Obviously, it's as it's trying to get GPS signal, and the only GPS signal is going to give you these 3 bars. Like I said, I'd like to see how many satellites it's acquired, signal maybe per satellite. I'd like to see that page added. I don't see it anywhere. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. I just haven't found it personally, I guess. But as you can see, it automatically paired it. So there's the ride we just did, real quick on it, and so we can go into it and actually pull the information up on the phone itself. Not a crazy long ride, right? But you can see max speed on there. You can see the quick information, at least, on the ride. Last but not least, to power it down, power button's right here. Like I said, we push and hold that guy. Power off, I hit check mark, and she's off. That's it. Now on, to remove it, you just turn it 90 degrees. In order to do the charging and stuff, there's a little rubber flap there. It's just micro USB. In my opinion, that should be USB-C based on today, but that's just something small. It's not a big deal, it really isn't, but it is something. So that's some initial thoughts on the Rider 750. I would say 90% I really like, 10% maybe not as perfect. I wish it was brighter, I really do, especially if it's really bright outside. I could see that becoming more of an issue. Get any glare on there, it's going to be hard to overcome that. Of course, anytime you're talking about backlight, then you're talking about the battery, right? But I do wish that it was brighter. If nothing else, I wish it had a boost setting to boost just momentarily if I was looking at something specific. The other thing is, it gives you generalistic information on satellite coverage. I would like to see it, like if you're on a Garmin GPS, you can see a page and actually see exactly where satellites are that you're getting, maybe where the ones you're not and can't lock on to. It doesn't necessarily be that. It could just be a bar graph showing how many satellites are there, how many are locked on, and just gives you a broad information on those. Because the more of those you have, the better, or I should say more accurate information you're going to get specifically on elevation. So, the Rider 750, so far, a lot to like. And I want more hands time on with it to give a full in-depth review, but like I said at the beginning, I'm changing bikes, and from this one to the next one there's going to be a gap. And I wanted to get something out on this guy because I'm impressed by it. I like it. It looks good, it acts good, it's got good battery life. So, yeah. That's the Bryton Rider 750 so far. So thanks for watching to the end of the video here on BikeGeeks. Be sure to check back. I am going to put links to my future videos that I do on this, and here a card at the end, I guess, as well. So thanks for watching. Make sure you go back and watch the setup video if you haven't. Like, comment, subscribe. Catch you back here for another future video review right here on BikeGeeks. We'll see you soon.